Hello. So, I haven't made a video in a long time, and it's kind of late, so I'm keeping my voice down. It is about a week until the end of July or the beginning of August, 2025. Essentially, the world of politics is exploding. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. And unabashedly, unapologetically, and nobody gives a shit. So, there's a fine recap of that. What else has happened? There's been quite a bit of progress in therapy. The whole smelly thing can't be right. Dealing with losing Sterling, and it's been going through ups and downs, and yeah, I miss him, and I love him, and always will. And I think I'm just learning to come to peace, come to peace with that I'm just gonna always love him, and I'm always gonna miss him. It's just gonna be a part of me that's always gonna be missing because he's gone. Smelled that. Very lovely. Cucumber melon essential oil. Very awesome. He's always a part of it every day. Just a little small part of every day. Work is going great. It is the second or third heat wave of the year right now, and I am sweating my ass off. I don't know if I'm losing weight. I don't think so. But I have been busting my ass. I haven't been getting to the gym at all. I need to close that membership. It's called Ocean. It's acceptable. It's kind of it needs the right vehicle. By itself, it's just meh. Kind of a little too perfumey. Yeah, maybe just a couple of drops in with the laundry, maybe it would be better. A lot more diluted, a little bit more subtle. So, no gym time. I need to cut back on that, or to close that one. That's $35 a month. I'm keeping my Hulu as far as finances go, because Futurama is just lemon essential oil. This is very important for the winter months. It's very important to fight Dio. blues. Just having some citrus smelling thing around. And also having some coconut around, but I don't smell jack. Smell anything. It's freaking dud. Anyway. But keeping the Hulu. The reason I'm talking about my finances is because, I am working through my pre-approval for a house, which is a huge fucking deal. And, yeah. Sorry. I found the house that I want. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I've got my sister-in-law as the mortgage broker. She's working me through the pre-approval process. And I'm working through what I've got to do. Now, one of the reasons that this is such a big freaking deal is because before my accident, this whole thought that this would ever happen was unfathomable. It's beyond belief that I would ever be in a situation or a scenario where I am talking to a mortgage broker or a real estate agent about having a home. Just being where I am right now is a miracle. Absolute miracle. So it's hard not to let the imagination wander. A full basement, unfinished. And I've been through some lemons, I looked through a bunch of other properties, and essentially, yeah, what I found, it was a 2-story house, full basement, partially finished, a lot of damage, a lot of updates. Basically, this house, and it was in a bad neighborhood, but it was close to my prosthetist. Yeah, I was very enamored with it because it looked like, I was looking at the bones of the place and what it could be. It was full of potential. And then I thought, I would be working on this place for the rest of my life. I would have something to do and focus on for the rest of my life. And then, once the glitz of that kind of wore away, I thought, I'm going to be spending the rest of my life turning that place into something. At some point, I want to be able to rest on my laurels, and it's like, yeah, let's tone it down a bit. And, yeah, I found this other place that, roughly 15K less, but it was very clean, very ready to move in. 3rd-acre lot, very simple, boxy house, black and white, everything, clean, no basement. It was just ready to move in. And I looked at that and I thought, that is a recipe for a shotgun salad right there. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fix. There's no projects to think of. There's nothing to improve. There's just nothing to do. And I thought, no, that's not going to happen. So, and just to look at it, it was just boring. All the decorating decisions, all the design decisions, all the aesthetics, all these decisions had already been made for me, and everything had been modernized and all that, and I was like, my job is done here. What's left to do? There's nothing to do here. So I was like, no, that's just no. And it was boring. It was just boring as hell. So I was thinking about that for all of 2 minutes, and then I moved on. Then I found this other property, the one that I'm looking at now, seriously. And it didn't quite cut off of my commute what I was hoping. It didn't quite cut. I'm gonna try to talk them down about 25K. There's gonna be... I don't know much about real estate, but I do know that some inspections have to happen. We have to make sure there's no mold, that there's no issues with, what's it called, carbon monoxide, and that there's no issues with water damage. And that means looking inside sink basins and from underneath on lower floors and all that stuff when I'm touring the house. So yeah, I'm being as logical as humanly possible, but I am pretty excited about this one. Pretty excited. Detached garage. It could use a coat of paint. Other than that, it looks nice. It looks like it needs some pizzazz. But other than a bit of pizzazz, a bit of updating, it needs a bit of TLC, but not so much that I'm going to spend the rest of my life caring for it to turn it into its fullest potential. It's the one. It's the perfect middle ground where I want and need to be. So I'm going for it. John is going for a house. John, this alcoholic John is going for a house. Wow. It's insane. I've always been scrub. I've always been the failure to launch. I'm manifesting it happening. I'm gonna have my own house. The bank's gonna own it, but I'm gonna have my own house. A lot can happen between now and when I finally get pre-approved. But even if the worst happens between now and when I get pre-approved and I don't get this house, I'm gonna have a house. I'm making the moves. It's gonna happen. I'm focused. Anyway, that's the big news. And yeah, that's the big news. And I was talking with my friend today about, it's like, oh, complication, no more complications. I'm working on, I'm laser focused on this project, right? Getting a house. And I can't take any complications right now. And it's like, unless the complication comes in the form of adopting a box full of cats, I want no complications right now. I don't think I could handle it. And then And she was mentioning her father has a bunch of feral cats and he needs to hit the brakes on that. And then I thought, no, I think I'll just have two. Just, you know, and I just spouted out the names. It's Ivy and Oscar, just, and, they're going to be indoor cats. I know some people are here or there about indoor outdoor cats, and I think outdoor cats are happier. But I think I am generally traumatized by losing Sterling. If I let him out, him or her, or them, could be more than one cat. If I let them out, something happened to them. The heartbreak. I don't know. But I need to focus on getting my hands on the steering wheel of my own life. Not letting anyone, anything, especially alcohol, take giving nothing the power to take my hands off of the steering wheel of my own life again. There's other people who need to learn to be less controlling. I am the opposite. I am a go with the flow type person. I need to learn how to be more controlling. I am uncomfortable being controlling, and I need to unlearn that bad habit. I gotta get my head in the game. We're gonna make it happen. Who would have thought 3.5 years ago, when I was laying in that hospital bed, wondering if my life was over, if my life was truly over, and my real life was actually beginning. The real life. No more alcohol to hold me back, or as an excuse, or a cudgel, or just something to make me feel better artificially about my life sucking. Focus on actually making my life something. And the thing is, me owning a house, that's me making my life something. But that's, for other people, that's not even the bare minimum. And I think, man, alcohol really screws things up for you. But I'll take it. It seemed like it was an impossible dream before. Now it's a very possible, likely dream. And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna live again. This entire mess of a room is gonna be spread out in a house. An actual house. I'm actually going to have an office. My office is big enough, it's going to be my gym and my office. I'm going to have a gym. And if the gym office has enough room, or if I have to separate the gym from the office, then, excuse me, I'm getting an elliptical, and I keep seeing them online. We're halfway through the year, and I keep seeing them online for cheap or free, and I'm just like, I can't get it now. Gotta get out of this house. This is a really great house, but I gotta get out of this house. I feel like I'm dying. I feel like my entire and I know this is my ADHD response to almost everything, but I feel like my entire existence is being compressed into this space, and if it dares overflow into the outside of the house, it just can't. I can't exist outside of these four walls. These literal four walls. Not to complain about Mother, but yeah. She moves some stuff around, and I just know everything about that has to do with me. I don't know if it's because I'm disabled or anything that has any visual reference to my disability being out or visible or existent in the rest of the house. She draws those curtains. She covers it up, and I know she doesn't do it to offend me. She doesn't do it for that purpose. And I know it's not for that purpose, but it's hard not to take it personally. It's like her baby boy is a freaking cripple, and I don't think she's dealing with that. I don't think she's dealing with it well, anyway. I've, of course, dealt with it. It's not like I can leave the room from the guy. It's me. I'm on the other side of it. Other people may not be, and that's okay. But I gotta get out of this house. I don't feel free here to explore what I'm capable of. If I popped on my leg right now to go run downstairs and watch TV, I just don't feel free to do that. I feel like I would owe someone an explanation. I feel like everything I do around here requires somebody's approval. That's living with your parents for you. I gotta get out of here. And like when I broke up with Daniel, I couldn't do it out of anger. I had to do it with a neutral mindset. I couldn't be elated. I couldn't be angry. I had to be neutral. Otherwise, I couldn't trust that I was being level-headed. And even then, I still felt guilty. So, when I say I gotta get out of here, I say it out of. I try to resist that feeling of desperation, that feeling of rancor or disdain or those negative feelings that I have towards my mother. I try and struggle not to say it out of those feelings. Because feelings are fleeting and are unreliable. And, you know, and sometimes you say something out of the heat of the moment, or make a decision out of the heat of the moment that once the heat of the moment has subsided, you don't actually mean. So you have to be calm, neutral, level-headed, and just say, I do have to get out of this house. I gotta get out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Getting out, getting independent, getting it's a vitriolic word to say free. So let's say getting to a place where I can explore my potential without feeling encumbered by constant bitching. Sorry, sometimes I can't even go to the fridge to get a drink without having to provide an explanation. It's ridiculous. So this is why I'm in therapy. But anyway, all right, I'm done complaining. But that's the big news. That's the good news. It's like step 1, get a house. Step 2, get a cat or 2 cats. I think I'll start with 1. Make sure I can handle it, and then wait until the first vet's appointment to get a second one, and then make that first vet's appointment a dual vet's appointment, and two cats go to the vet at the same time. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Can't believe I've already given them names. I'll see you later.